Hey guys, so for this video I'll be unboxing Infinite's third studio album, Top Seed. I know this was released a while back. The reason why I kinda held up on buying it was because I was expecting a repackage, but I'll talk a little bit about that later. Um, yes, so actually I'm really happy with who I got because um, he is one of my biases in Infinite. So I'll unbox this, talk about my opinions about the album, kind of talk a little bit about Infinite in general, like I usually do for every video. So if you want to stick around and hear my thoughts after I unbox this, then you're more welcome to listen. So, this is the first kind of new packaging Infinite has put out for a studio album. So I honestly, if I'm being completely like honest, this isn't this isn't a bad this isn't bad packaging, but I love the consistency that Infinite had for their albums. So I would have liked for them to put out like the regular packaging that they had for their studio albums. And if not, they like I would have bought like a special edition, but this didn't even have a special edition. So that's like my my thoughts on this. But the packaging is decent. You'll see. So here's the front and the corners. Um, so I like that. At least it shows the track list on the back. And this is a box packaging. Then for the size, if anyone's curious, compared to a jewel case, this is how big the album is. So it is pretty big. Alright. There's like nothing on the back of this. But it has like these things to kind of showcase this golden thing. Let me take it out. I'm gonna put this away so you. Okay, so here's the thing that holds the. I forgot what these are called. I think they're called lenticulars, but I'm not 100% sure. But it's like a moving photo, as you can see. I think there's two versions of this. So I got this one. And I like that at least you can have a group thing. But what I don't like is that, I don't know if you can really see that well. There's like, you can see fingerprints on it. And I don't know. It just bothers me. Because this is on the cover. You can see it on the cover because this, yeah. So I got this. And then, as many of you know, if you're an Infinite fan, you get an individual photo book. So it's either one of the 6 members, since Hoya left, so there's not 7 anymore, or the group version. And like I said in the beginning of this video, I got my bias, and that is L Myungsoo. So I would be extremely happy if I got Myungsoo or Woohyun. So this time around I got Myungsoo, so I was really happy. Yeah. So I wanted either Myungsoo, Woohyun, or the group photo book, but honestly I could care less who I got because I like every single member in Infinite, but he's my bias, so yeah. So you get the lyrics. And obviously, Myungsoo, in my opinion, is one of the best looking K-pop guys. So you're gonna get great pictures throughout this whole photo book. But I usually prefer group versions because you get to see every member. And I think, like, Ulim was just kind of, I guess, did this multiple photo book version to kind of, you know, increase the sales, since Infinite, it's declining a little bit in popularity, but not too much to say like they are like unknown, but definitely not in their peak anymore. You know, every group goes through that, so I'm just glad that the album had some decent sales. And I did really enjoy this concept. They've done this before, so they kind of played it safe, and that's completely fine. Um, and another thing, like, Ulam has really been doing well with Lovelies, and that's kind of off topic, but like their albums have been on point. So I was really looking forward to this album to see what they're gonna do with Infinite, since they didn't have an album last year. Yeah, these are great pictures. And then you get a photo card. The photo card that I got was Sungjang. I don't know if I gotten Sungjang before, but yeah, I got him. So at least it's something different. That is not Myungsu, because too much Myungsu is great, but I want to have like something from every member. Because Infinite for me is one of those, for me to really like love a group and put them in like within my top 10, I have to like all the members, and obviously their music too. So these are kind of these little postcards. So this makes up for the lack of photos from members in the individual member photo book. But the CD plate also is the member that you get in your photo book. So I got Myungsu. And let me take out these postcards, and this tells you right here the name of the album, Infinite. There's nothing on the back. And these are little cute postcards. They all say the same thing on the back, so I'm just gonna show the front for the rest. I think they all look great in this concept. There's Woohyun, Songyul, and you get two pictures for every member. And then Myungsu again, Songjong, goes by the age. So, yep, that's the postcards. And there's nothing else in the packaging. So this is a good solid packaging. I'm not a huge fan of boxes because a lot of them, like, they're not very sturdy, or they can open easily, which is always annoying, and it messes up the packaging, since things can fall out if you're trying to like move it around or whatever. So this one is pretty solid in terms of just how it's sealed. So when you close it, it's not too bad. So like it really sticks. So like at least like this doesn't fall out, and I'm not putting my fingers on the bottom. See? So it takes a little bit of time for it to fall out. Let me try it again. So it is pretty solid for a box, but obviously I prefer their old packaging. Let me see if I have one of their albums here. Actually, I don't think so. So yeah, this doesn't follow the packaging that they always done, so that made me upset. And like I was saying in the beginning of this video, I got this pretty late because I was waiting for the repack. Infinite usually does a repackage for their albums, for their studio albums, so I was just like, you know, desperately waiting. And then when I saw that Sungyu was enlisting, like, it was like really random, but obviously not really, because he's of age now to kind of serve. It's like now time. So I thought like they were going to release it within that month, or maybe like a month later, because maybe they could have like recorded it and yeah. So I kind of like posted on Twitter, asked some of my Infinite, um, like my K-pop friends who are into Infinite, to see if like if they thought they were gonna release a repackage, and some of them were like, it's been a while, so they didn't think there was gonna be a repack for this album. So I just I have collected the regular editions in the past, at least for their studio albums. So if they do end up releasing a repackage, I'm not too upset, since I did get like the Sungi photo book. But I'm not trying to have multiple copies of albums just because of money and space. So that's why I waited. Um, and yeah, so if this is like the only thing that they're gonna release as a group this year, that's alright. And I don't know. I feel like Infinite should really go into the art. Like all of them should go to the army, like at the same time, or at least like within this year or like early next year, so they can have like a full comeback as the six of them. Because I don't know how they can really put out music without Sungi's vocals, because that's like the signature to an Infinite song, because his voice is like so distinctive, and like it's really unique. Like it's like saying you're gonna have like a 21 song without Boom, or um a let me see who else, like who has a really unique voice, mm, like a Vic song without Leo. Like yeah, it's just not, it just doesn't click. Or Teen Top without Neil. So it's I if they do it, like obviously I'm gonna look forward to it, because obviously most of the a lot of the members will have more lines, because usually Sungyu has the most lines in the song, and his voice is the most prominent. Because even when they sing together, like his voice, like you can hear it, like so yeah, um I would say an 8 out of 10 for the packaging, and then as for the songs in here, it's a decent album. I would say that I really like a few of the songs in here. I like the title track. Um, yeah, it's not a bad album. It's not my favorite K-pop album this year so far, but it still holds up like within, I would say, the top 10 or top 15 K-pop albums so far this year. Maybe I will include it in my end of the year tag or something, um, when I kind of go back to listen to all of the albums. Um, yeah, so really proud of Infinite. I'm really happy that they at least released something before, now that we know that Sungi was enlisting. And and then kind of talking about Hoya, since he's not, I obviously keep on track with whatever he does. He did have like a solo release. Um, if I'm like completely honest, I didn't love it. Maybe I just have to listen to like the whole album, but what I heard from like some of the songs, it didn't impress me too much. But I don't know. I will get it eventually, but it wasn't like my cup of tea. But I don't know if he's gonna do another solo. Kind of have to see how well it did physically to see if he's gonna try to release more stuff. But yeah, another thing I do want from Infinite though, since Woohyun already has his solo out, like he already had a solo, I really want like the subunit that they had for Songjong, Myungsu, and Songyol. I want that subunit. If not, then like an L solo, because he's just amazing. Like I think he has improved so much, and yeah, I don't know what's really gonna go on with Infinite, since Sungyu's in the army, in the military. So I don't know. Hit me up if you know anything. Like if there's any rumors going around, like any projects for them. And kind of like for my collection, I did, oddly enough, I got stuff that I didn't think I was gonna get for Infinite this year, which was like their third studio album in Japan. Um, yeah, and then another thing that I forgot what it was, but I did get stuff I didn't expect to get. I'm almost done for all of their things, so I'm missing their best stuff in Japan. I don't think I'll be getting the singles that they have in Japan, and the Sangyu solo that was released this year. So that's another thing I forgot. I knew I was gonna forget, but I need to get that. Hopefully I'll get it by the end of the year, if not early next year, because I have a feeling that that release is going to be a little bit harder to find. I'm not really interested in the special edition for it because I didn't really love the packaging, but it was still a good release from Sungyu. So I'm really proud of him, and I'm glad that at least he had something to like release before he left. And I really enjoy his solo because it's very like Sungyu, like it fits him really well. So yeah, and if not, maybe we might have a Woohyun solo by the end of the year. Who you never really know. So yeah, I'm really happy that I have this album finally. I really put off from buying it because I wanted to see if they were gonna have a repack, and it doesn't seem like they are. So yeah. Yeah. If you have any other questions, please comment down below. I really recommend listening to this. If you aren't too familiar with Infinite, I recommend listening to their older stuff. I've been following them since they debuted, so that's like the stuff I really love the most. But they they have evolved over time. I think they sound a little bit more mature now than they did back then. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope everyone has a great day. And yeah, I'll be uploading a haul soon as well, where I will feature this with all the other albums that I got so far. And if you're interested of things I've been getting in the past few months, just scroll through my channel because I usually unbox the album when it arrives, so I get to keep track with what I bought, and then people can see what I've gotten during certain times of the year. So yeah, other albums that I've ordered, FT Island's new release for 2018, and yeah, I think that's the only thing that is like on its way. So yeah, all right guys, bye.